Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for watching our video on how to read 13F filings. In this video, we will define what are SEC Form 413Fs, who needs to file them, what is a SEC Form 13F, what are the filing requirements, some key issues with reading, interpreting the information on the 13F filings. We'll answer frequently asked questions about the Form 13F. What is Form 13F? Who files it, etc. And please stick around to the end of the video where we'll share with you how you can use the 13F filings as the easy way to find awesome investment ideas from the greats. So again, stick around to the end of the video and we'll share with you ways that you can use the 13F filings to find awesome investment ideas from some of the greats. So let's get started. This video was produced in response to a fellow BeachBum trader's request. BeachBum trader Heisenberg requested in our free Discord, would anyone happen to have advanced knowledge, reading, understanding 13F filings, trying to start learning on how different firms move their money? Is 13F the best method to track this? Are there other legal filings better? Any additional links would be greatly appreciated. Another one of our fellow BeachBum traders, Speculation, responded that 13Fs are quarterly reports from institutional investors managing over $100 million of the current holdings. And then he referred to us for evaluating stock, etc., and a more experience actually reading the filings, and that other BeachBum traders may be able to help. Another one of our fellow BeachBum traders responded, Solidago. Again, you can see how helpful our members, our BeachBum traders in our BeachBum trading community Discord are. They help each other out, answer questions, help each other succeed in their trading. So again, he responded, asked if there was a specific 13F. And then you see we responded and asked if he would like an educational video on 13F filings, similar to the one that we had previously done on how to read Form 4 SEC filings. And we got a positive response from Heisenberg and other BeachBum traders that educational video on how to read 13F filings would be beneficial. And therefore, again, that was the impetus for producing this video. You may also see that our fellow BeachBum trader Solidago subsequently also responded that you can find any SEC filings through the Edgar portal on the SEC website, sorted by ticker. And there's a link in this Discord posting to that Edgar site where you can search for filings on the Edgar portal. And he also provided a link to an Investopedia article that defines a 13F as well as some of the limitations, and expressed that he understands your interest in these. You're looking for more of an aggregator to look for unusual behavior and not simply a specific 13F or a specific ticker. So again, very helpful information from our fellow BeachBum trader Solidago. And again, we'll provide links to all this information in the description box below. Again, you can see how helpful our BeachBum trading community and our fellow BeachBum traders are in helping each other out. And then again, we'd invite you to join our BeachBum Trading Discord community. You can find an invite to our free Discord in the description box below.
Form 13F is a quarterly report filed, per United States Securities and Exchange Commission regulations, by institutional investment managers, with control over $100 million in assets to the SEC, listing all equity assets under management. Form 13F provides position-level disclosure of all institutional investment managers with more than $100 million in assets under management with relevant long U.S. holdings. All U.S.-listed equity securities, including ETFs, in the manager's portfolio are included and detailed according to the number of shares, the ticker, the issuer name, etc. The full list of securities currently covered by Form 13F includes more than 17,500 securities. Form 13F covers institutional investment managers, which include registered investment advisors, RIAs, banks, insurance companies, hedge funds, trust companies, pension funds, mutual funds, among natural persons or entities with investment discretion over its own account or another's. Clarify, for example, an investment advisor that manages private accounts, mutual fund assets, or pension plan assets is an institutional investment manager. Short positions are not required to be disclosed on Form 13F, nor subtracted from long positions that are reported. In 2015, the New York Stock Exchange and the National Investor Relations Institute submitted a petition to the SEC supporting a requirement for disclosure of short positions on Form 13F. Form 13F is required to be filed within 45 days of the end of a calendar quarter, or if that day falls on a Saturday, Sunday or holiday, the deadline is the next business day. So, for example, for positions held as of the end of December, Form 13F must be filed by February 14, if it is not a Saturday, Sunday, or holiday. Both the Chartered Alternative Investment Analyst (CAIA) designation and the CFA Institute make special mention of 13F-based analysis for due diligence and monitoring of investment managers, as well as investment idea generation. CAIA includes discussion of in its study materials, as well. Absent access to privileged access to manager holdings, Form 13F provides a baseline level of data with which to analyze investment manager exposures, performance attribution, and associated risks. Form 13F, reports filed by institutional investment managers. An institutional investment manager that uses the U.S. mail, or other means or instrumentality of interstate commerce, in the course of its business, and exercises investment discretion over $100 million or more in Section 13F securities, explained below, must report its holdings quarterly on Form 13F with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. In general, an institutional investment manager is 1. An entity that invests in, or buys and sells, securities for its own account, or 2. A natural person or an entity that exercises investment discretion over the account of any other natural person or entity. Institutional investment managers can include investment advisors, banks, insurance companies, broker-dealers, pension funds, and corporations. Form 13F is required to be filed within 45 days of the end of a calendar quarter. The Form 13F report requires disclosure of the name of the institutional investment manager that files the report, and, with respect to each Section 13F security over which it exercises investment discretion, the name and class, the CUSIP number, the number of shares as of the end of the calendar quarter for which the report is filed, and the total market value. The securities that institutional investment managers must report on Form 13F are Section 13F securities. Section 13F securities generally include equity securities that trade on an exchange, including the Nasdaq National Market System, certain equity options and warrants, shares of closed-end investment companies, and certain convertible debt securities. The shares of open-end investment companies, i.e., mutual funds, are not Section 13F securities. Section 13F securities can be found on the official list of Section 13F securities. The official list is published quarterly and is available for free on the SEC's website. It is not available in paper copy format or on computer disk. You can search for and retrieve Form 13F filings using the SEC's Edgar database. To find the filings of a particular money manager, enter the money manager's name in the company name field. To see all recently filed 13Fs, use the Latest Filings search function and enter 13F in the form type box. You can learn more about Form 13F filings and the applicable statutory and regulatory provisions, as well as obtain a copy of the form and instructions and the official list of Section 13F securities, by accessing frequently asked questions about Form 13F prepared by the SEC's Division of Investment Management. What is SEC Form 13F? The Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC Form 13F is a quarterly report that is required to be filed by all institutional investment managers with at least $100 million in assets under management. It discloses their equity holdings and can provide insights into what the smart money is doing in the market. Hedge funds are required to file Form 13F within 45 days after the last day of the calendar quarter. Most funds wait until the end of this period in order to conceal their investment strategy from competitors and the public. Key takeaways: the SEC's Form 13F must be filed quarterly by institutional investment managers with at least $100 million in assets under management. Congress intended these filings to provide transparency on the holdings of the nation's biggest investors. Smaller investors frequently use these filings to determine what the smart money is doing in the market, but there are serious problems with the reliability and timeliness of the data. Understanding the SEC's Form 13F. Congress created the 13F requirement in 1975. Its intention was to provide the U.S. public a view of the holdings of the nation's largest institutional investors. Lawmakers believed this would increase investor confidence in the integrity of the nation's financial markets. Firms that are considered institutional investment managers include mutual funds, hedge funds, trust companies, pension funds, insurance companies, and registered investment advisors. Because 13F filings provide investors with a look at the holdings of Wall Street's top stock pickers, many smaller investors have sought to use the filings as a guide for their own investment strategies. Their rationale is that the nation's largest institutional investors are not only presumably the smartest, but their size also gives them the power to move markets. So investing in the same stocks, or selling the same stocks, makes sense as a strategy. Key issues with Form 13F: smaller investors who want to replicate the strategies of rockstar money managers like Daniel Loeb, David Tepper, or Seth Klarman scrutinize 13F filings. And the financial press often reports on what these fund managers have been buying and selling by comparing changes in quarterly filings. But there are a number of problems with 13F filings that warrant caution. The SEC has acknowledged problems with the reliability of the information on 13F forms. Unreliable data. 13F has drawn criticism from many groups who claim it provides a loophole for hedge fund managers. In fact, in a 2010 statement, the SEC itself acknowledged the form had many problems and recommended a number of changes should be made in order to ensure useful and reliable data is provided to the public and government regulators. The SEC's internal review also noted that although the SEC would be expected to make extensive use of the Section 13F information for regulatory and oversight purposes, no SEC division or office conducts any regular or systematic review of the data filed on Form 13F. Perhaps this explains how infamous fraudster Bernard Madoff dutifully filed 13F forms every quarter and still ran a successful Ponzi scheme. Another frequent criticism of the form is the fact that it only requires fund managers to file 13F reports 45 days after the end of each quarter. Most managers submit their 13Fs as late as possible because they do not want to tip off rivals to what they are doing. By the time other investors get their hands on those 13Fs, they are looking at stock purchases that may have been made more than 4 months prior to the filing. In a March 31, 2021, letter to Allison Heron Lee, the acting chair of the SEC, the progressive nonprofit Americans for Financial Reform urged the SEC to expand both the frequency of Form 13F reporting and the range of financial products required to be disclosed on this form. Another group, the National Investor Relations Institute, recommended the SEC implement a monthly reporting of ownership positions along with a 15-day window. Herd behavior. One risk for both professional and retail investors is the tendency of money managers to borrow investment ideas from one another. Hedge fund managers are no more immune to behavioral biases than anyone else. After all, if you are a fund manager, it is safer to be wrong with the majority than wrong alone. This can lead to crowded trades and overvalued stocks. And if small investors are late to the party getting into a trade, they are likely to be late getting out. An incomplete picture. Another issue with 13F filings is that funds are only required to report long positions, in addition to their put and call options, American Depositary Receipts (ADRs), and convertible notes. This can give an incomplete and even misleading picture, because some funds generate most of their returns from their short selling, only using long positions as hedges. There is no way to distinguish these hedges from genuine long positions on 13F forms. What is Form 13F and who files it? Question 1Q. What is Form 13F? Form 13F is the reporting form filed by institutional investment managers pursuant to Section 13F of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. Congress passed Section 13(f) of the Securities Exchange Act in 1975 in order to increase the public availability of information regarding the securities holdings of institutional investors. See Section 13(f) of the Securities Exchange Act. Congress believed that this institutional disclosure program would increase investor confidence in the integrity of the United States securities markets. Question 2Q. Who must file Form 13(f)? Institutional investment managers that use the United States mail or other means or instrumentality of interstate commerce in the course of their business and that exercise investment discretion over $100 million or more in Section 13(f) securities must file Form 13(f). See Section 13(f)(1) of the Securities Exchange Act. Question 3Q. What is an institutional investment manager? See Securities Exchange Act Section 3(9) and Section 13(f)(6). An institutional investment manager is an entity that either invests in, or buys and sells, securities for its own account. For example, banks, insurance companies, and broker-dealers are institutional investment managers. So are corporations and pension funds that manage their own investment portfolios. An institutional investment manager is also a natural person or an entity that exercises investment discretion over the account of any other natural person or entity. For example, an investment advisor that manages private accounts, mutual fund assets, or pension plan assets is an institutional investment manager. So is the trust department of a bank. A trustee is an institutional investment manager, but a natural person who exercises investment discretion over his or her own account is not an institutional investment manager. Question 3Q. Is a person who exercises investment discretion with respect to an account organized by or under the auspices of a governmental authority, e.g., a municipal pension fund, an institutional investment manager? Yes. Such person meets the definition of an institutional investment manager because a person for purposes of Form 13(f) reporting is a natural person, company, government, or political subdivision, agency, or instrumentality of a government. See Section 3(9) of the Securities Exchange Act defining person and SEC Release No. 15292, November 2, 1978. Such person must file Form 13(f) if that person exercises investment discretion over $100 million or more in Section 13(f) securities. Question 4Q. Are foreign institutional investment managers required to file Form 13(f)? Yes, if they 1. Use any means or instrumentality of United States interstate commerce in the course of their business, and 2. Exercise investment discretion over $100 million or more in Section 13(f) securities. See Section 13(f)(1) of the Securities Exchange Act and SEC Release No. 34-14852, June 15, 1978. Question 5Q. Must an institutional investment manager file Form 13(f) even if it is not an SEC-registered investment advisor because it does not meet the definition of investment advisor in Section 202(11) of the Investment Advisors Act? Yes. If the manager meets the requirements of Section 13(f) of the Securities Exchange Act, it must file Form 13(f) regardless of whether it is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Banks, bank holding companies, and broker-dealers that exercise investment discretion over $100 million or more in Section 13(f) securities are required to file Form 13(f), even though they are excluded from the definition of investment advisor in Section 202(11) of the Investment Advisors Act. Broker-dealers, including those that do not manage advisory accounts, but that trade their own account and/or act as a market maker, are required to file. Broker-dealers are not exempt from filing Form 13(f). Question 6Q. What is investment discretion? An institutional investment manager exercises investment discretion if I, the manager has the power to determine which securities are bought or sold for the accounts under management, or e, the manager makes decisions about which securities are bought or sold for the accounts, even though someone else is responsible for the investment decisions. See Securities Exchange Act Section 3(35) and Rule 13(f)(1)(b) under the Securities Exchange Act. A manager also has investment discretion with respect to all accounts over which any natural person, company, or government instrumentality under its control exercises investment discretion. See Rule 13(f)(1)(b). For example, by virtue of their corporate relationship, bank holding companies share investment discretion with their bank trust departments, and parent corporations share investment discretion with their subsidiaries. Question 7Q. What are Section 13F securities? These are securities that may be reported on Form 13F. A list of these securities, called the official list of Section 13F securities, is available shortly after the end of each calendar quarter on the SEC's website, at http://www.sec.gov/divisions/investment/13flists.htm. Section 13F securities are equity securities of a class described in Section 13(d)(1) of the Securities Exchange Act. See Section 13(d)(1) of the Securities Exchange Act. The official list of Section 13F securities primarily includes U.S. exchange-traded stocks, e.g., NYSE, Amex, NASDAQ, shares of closed-end investment companies, and shares of exchange-traded funds, ETFs. Certain convertible debt securities, equity options, and warrants are on the official list and may be reported. But see Section 13(f)(4), referring to equity securities of a class referred to in Exchange Act Section 13(d)(1), and Exemptive Rules 12A-4 and 12A-9 under the Exchange Act. Securities that are not on the official list should not be reported on Form 13F. See, e.g., Rule 13F-1, c, under the Securities Exchange Act. For example, shares of open-end investment companies, i.e., mutual funds, are not included on the list and, therefore, should not be reported on Form 13F. Question 8Q. What information must institutional investment managers report on Form 13F? Among other things, Form 13F filings must include, the issuer name of all Section 13F securities, which should be listed in alphabetical order, a description of the class of security listed, e.g., common stock, put-call option, Class A shares, convertible debenture, the number of shares owned, and the fair market value of the securities listed, as of the end of the calendar quarter. Question 8BQ. Should a manager use the trade date or the settlement date for reporting purposes? A. The trade date. 13F filings, the easy way to find awesome investment ideas from the greats looking for a place on the internet where you can get a detailed portfolio snapshot of the world's greatest investors, all regularly and for free. These documents are called a 13F filing, and we can find them at sec.gov. Using the 13F filing remains easy and free to find what some companies your favorite investors or fund managers are buying or selling. The 13F is a fantastic source of investment ideas, and did I mention it all for free? We can use the 13F to source investment ideas and portfolio construction. Using these filings helps you see what kinds of concentrations our gurus use and at what prices they buy their companies. What are 13F filings? According to Investopedia, SEC Form 13F is a quarterly report that is filed by institutional investment managers with at least $100 million in equity assets under management. It discloses their U.S. equity holdings to the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) and provides insights into what the smart money is doing. In general, an institutional investment manager is 1. An entity that invests in, or buys and sells, securities for its account, or 2. A natural person or an entity that exercises investment discretion over the account of any other natural person or entity. Institutional investment managers can include investment advisors, banks, insurance companies, broker-dealers, pension funds, and corporations. Form 13F is required to be filed within 45 days of the end of a calendar quarter. The Form 13F report requires disclosure of the name of the institutional investment manager that files the report, and, with respect to each Section 13F security over which it exercises investment discretion, the name and class, the CUSIP number, the number of shares as of the end of the calendar quarter for which the report is filed, and the total market value. The securities that institutional investment managers must report on Form 13F are Section 13F securities. Section 13F securities generally include equity securities that trade on an exchange, including the Nasdaq National Market System, certain equity options and warrants, shares of closed-end investment companies, and certain convertible debt securities. The shares of open-end investment companies, i.e., mutual funds, are not Section 13F securities. A few key takeaways from all that info from above. All investors with portfolios over $100 million must file a 13F filing with the SEC. It must be filed 45 days after the end of a calendar quarter. All securities they purchase must be listed, including stocks, bonds, warrants, and the number of shares purchased. All this is useful information for us. It enables us to see exactly what our gurus are buying or selling and at what prices. How do I find 13F filings? Now we understand what 13F filings are, so how do we find them? We need first to locate the name of the fund or management company. For example, if you go to sec.gov and type in Warren Buffett, you will find nothing. We need to do a little research before going to the SEC website. We should use our old friend, Google. We can search for the fund and management companies to find the best known managers by Google searching. Another example would be everybody's favorite investor, Warren Buffett. If you search for Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett's company, you get 4 different companies, and 3 of the names contain Berkshire Hathaway. The right one is Berkshire Hathaway Inc. Once we have the name of the fund or management company, we enter that info on the sec.gov page and the search query. We will get the listing of all the forms that the asset manager has filed. Once we click the Company Filings page, we will go to the Edgar Company Filings page, where we will type in either the ticker symbol or the company name. Once we have our company, click on the highlighted link to take us to the Filings page, which will list everything from 10Q, 10K, 8K, etc. How to read 13F filings. Please never, ever purchase a company based solely on the information discovered on a 13F filing. As with any screening tool, we must do our work before making a purchase, otherwise, we risk making a bad decision and losing our shirt. The value of 13F filings. Now that we have seen how to find a 13F and what information it contains, why would we want to go to this effort? Several reasons. The 13F remains a fantastic learning tool. You can learn a great deal by studying the investment portfolios of our gurus. If you follow the 13F filing of your favorite managers regularly, every quarter, you will see how their holdings change from quarter to quarter and how their strategy has changed during the past quarter. For example, when you see the positions in bank stocks held by a fund tripled in the past quarter, you can conclude that the manager got quite bullish on banks. 13F filings remain a great source of investment ideas. By observing what the greats buy and sell, you can find ideas to develop on your own. Will you find your next great investment idea? Maybe digging into the 13F helps you turn over another rock to find out. Are there possible negatives of the following 13Fs? The number one drawback remains the outdated information because all 13Fs file 45 days after starting a new quarter. So the usefulness of the 13F form for your trading and decision-making stays limited by the significant lag between the fund manager making a trade and the trade reflected in the report. Form 13F shows holdings at the end of each quarter, but investors publish them on the SEC website several weeks later, around the middle of the next quarter. Therefore, when, for example, Warren Buffett doubles his position in WFC in October, you have a chance to know only by mid-February, and by this time, Buffett might have already sold the position. Despite the big lag, you should not hope merely buying the stocks the big smart guys file in their 13F will make you money, which could offer a big possible risk. Does analyzing the 13F offer another benefit? As a matter of fact, yes. Studies have shown cloning the portfolios of the investing greats can be quite successful. Based on the great book by Meb Faber, Invest with the House, which presents some great case studies showing cloning portfolios can offer a great way to invest. Clone portfolio 10.53% S&P 500 4.31% by buying the companies Buffett has bought. You can create your hedge fund, and in today's no-fee settings, it creates a huge advantage. One of the tricks to applying this technique remains to clone long-only fund managers like Buffett, Munger, Pabrai, etc. If the fund manager constantly buys or sells companies, the strategy will be more difficult because the staleness of the data will make it challenging to use. You can use the weighting the fund manager uses. Every quarter he reads the 13F filing and rebalances as needed. Either he is adding or deleting positions as they happen. Determining portfolio weighting can be a lot of work for yourself, but you are in luck because there are multiple websites that do all this work for us, deciphering the 13F filings and listing all the securities held and their weighting. Final thoughts. The 13F filings are a fantastic source of investment ideas. They are fairly easy to locate and find what information lists on them. The biggest trick is locating the fund manager's company to enter. As we discovered, the 13F can be a rich source of investment ideas, and the best part is they are free and easy to access.
Watching our video on how to read 13F filings to the end. We hope that this video has helped you understand how to read SEC 13F filings. What is a SEC 13F filing? Who reports them? What are the filing requirements? What are some key issues with reading and interpreting the SEC Form 13F? And again, what is it? Who files it? And we hope we've also provided you with a number of tips on how you can use the 13F filings as an easy way to find awesome investment ideas from the greats. So again, let us know if you found this information useful, helpful to you, beneficial in succeeding in your trading career. If you have any further questions about the SEC 13F filings, please put them in the comments below in our free Discord, in our Facebook group, or contact us via any of our social media sites, all of which you should be able to find links to in the description box below. So again, let us know what your feedback is on this type of information, and if you have any further questions about how to read 13F filings and or any other SEC forms, etc. How else can we help you succeed in your trading? Just let us know again in the comments below, in our free Discord, in our Facebook group, via social media, etc. Again, we hope that this information on how to read 13F filings was beneficial to you, and we hope that it will help you succeed in your trading career. Good luck and have a great trading day. The content of this video was produced by BeachBum Trading. We hope you will choose to also join us in the BeachBum Trading community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, the bum without the U. Similarly on Twitter, BeachBum Trading, bum without the U. On Facebook and in our BeachBum Trading Facebook group. Please follow us on Pinterest and on Instagram. All of the links to our social media sites will be included in the description box below, and we hope you will choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Thank you. We also cordially want to invite you to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, where we can have discussions on all topics related to trading, success in trading, investing, etc. You can see alerts when we make trades, changes to our watch lists, etc. So again, please join us in the new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server. You should be able to find a link in the description box below. You can also find a link in the social media category on our webpage, beachbumtrading.com, without the bum without the U, and also in the link section on the About page of our YouTube channel, etc. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the BeachBum Trading Community Discord server soon. Wave and say hello. BeachBum Trading also now has a site on Patreon. If you are willing and able to help support our efforts to produce all the content and help you achieve the financial freedom you want, deserve, to be able to live the BeachBum lifestyle or any other kind of lifestyle you would like, and you're willing and able to help support our efforts in these regards, we hope you'll choose to visit our Patreon page. You can get access to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, which is currently under construction, but you will get access to the Discord server by supporting us through Patreon. Again, this is all currently under construction, but you can see we just have the default levels, membership levels, but again, each level allows allows access to our Discord. We're also posting our trade positions initially in our Discord, and again, we greatly appreciate any support that you're willing and able to provide. So thank you for your consideration. Another way that you can help support BeachBum Trading and being able to produce frequent quality content for you for free on YouTube, etc., is in addition to subscribing to our BeachBum Trading channel, hitting the like button on our videos, and hitting the notify so you're alerted when we release further videos. You can also choose to show your support for BeachBum Trading with a super thanks, which you can find below this video. If you hit the heart with the $sign, the super thanks, again, you can financially support BeachBum Trading in whatever amount that you wish, and we greatly appreciate your support, and that will help us, again, be able to produce frequent quality content that we can provide for you and all your fellow BeachBum traders around the world for free on YouTube. So again, we greatly appreciate all of your support, and thank you very much. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again, good luck, and have a great trading day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left-hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right-hand corner. And we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right-hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left-hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.